Nathan Adlin here with my buddy,
Andrei Smirnov.
and this is another episode of TFL Truck Exposed, where we go underneath the vehicle to show you some of the oily bits that I bet you're curious about. What do we have?
This is a 2017 Nissan Titan half-ton, but this is also the Pro-4X off-road edition truck.
That's right, so underneath it's got a little bit more than your standard vehicle, and just as importantly, we're about to see it because he's wearing the handy-dandy head cam.
Yep, let's start in the front.
Better you than me.
Okay, so you took this off-road, right?
Yes, I did. I had an opportunity to take this off-road in California. Nissan brought us out to an event where they had an off-road course for this vehicle, but it wasn't challenging enough. So in the very near future, we're going to take this sucker off-road, and it's going to be grand. So what are you seeing down there?
So the first thing I see is this metal front skid plate, which is really beefy, and it has a few connection points, which is really good. This is also a great place to see the Bilstein shocks that this truck comes with. However, this front skid plate actually stops at this front member where the engine mounts to.
Yeah.
And after it is a plastic skid plate that goes around the steering rack. And behind that, there's another plastic skid plate that protects the transmission and then the transfer case.
I'm going to assume that those things are there for possibly for aerodynamic reasons as well. Now, what about the rest of the truck from where you're sitting or laying down? Do you see other skid plates or?
Yeah, actually, let me get to the back of it so I can see it better.
Now, I also had an opportunity to drive the sister vehicle to this, which is the Nissan Armada. And unlike this vehicle, which does have hill descent control and does have a locking rear diff, well, the Armada didn't have those things, which was kind of a shame because it has the potential of being a serious off-roader. Fortunately, this does have some goodies that we are going to test in detail. All right, you under?
Yep, I can see better now. I can see clearly now. So there was a metal, the very front skid plate is metal, and then it's followed by two plastic ones, and then there's another fourth one, which is a metal skid plate for the transfer case.
Good. That's needed.
The frame is all basically boxed.
Yes.
Which is actually a different frame for the half-ton than the XD.
Yeah, they're different frames. This one has a lighter frame than the XD. And for those of you who don't know, the XD is sort of kind of the equivalent of a heavy-duty truck in Nissan speak.
Yes, and then there is another skid plate which is plastic.
Right.
For the fuel tank. And this is a pretty large fuel tank. This is 26 gallons.
Is it metal or is it a plastic fuel tank?
Plastic.
I think most people have gone to plastic nowadays.
It's actually got shielding around it, actually on the sides as well, which is kind of interesting. The fuel tank, that is. So this truck has, 10.6 inches of ground clearance in the front.
Right.
And 9.8 in the back.
Yeah, that goes up to the rear pumpkin, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? This truck looks brand new under here. I don't see a single scratch or any serious damage whatsoever, or mud.
Wait till we take it off-road. Now, I believe, the front approach angle is 22.8 degrees, and the rear departure angle is 26.8 degrees, both of which are respectable numbers. But that does mean the front hangs over a little bit more than some of the competition. I can tell you that because I was told that by Nissan. This skid plate is part of the reason why it comes out a little bit further and it drops down a little bit, and there's a separation between the skid plate and the plastic it's protecting down there. And also plastic and metal, I should say. So I guess what we're going to do is, I think we should take this on to cliffhanger in the future. What do you think?
Hell yeah. There is one more thing, Nathan.
Oh yeah?
The drive shaft has a unique connection, basically a CV joint where it connects to the rear differential.
Yeah.
And one of our viewers asked about it.
Oh.
So I can see it right here.
Okay.
And according to Nissan, this is done to prevent some of the shudder and vibration during launch, like doing a 0 to 60.
Yeah, I've heard other people say that it also mitigates some rear end lash, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, because this is, of course, a leaf rear springs.
Right.
The shocks are Bilstein all around, so that should be a quite nice ride.
All right, well, why don't you come on out here? So I think what we've got is a truck that is ready to go off-road on one of our more difficult trails.
I think so. Let's cliffhanger 2.0.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of TFL Truck Exposed. For Andre and Nathan, we'll see you next time.
See you soon.